Weebs all over the country are frothing at the mouth for JRPG the game, the anime, where a pathetic loser can gain experience and level up by putting points towards new skills in an unimaginative and confusingly broken system. More on this subject is Tom in the field. Tom, can you hear me? Yeah. Yep, you get it? Okay. Why? Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Tom on the field. I'm here in the Antarctic where it is extremely cold and lifeless, a lot like the writing in a lot of these modern anime. Back to you, Scott. Thank you, Tom. Can anime ever escape this curse of low-tier effort writing? More at right now. No, this is not just an isekai anime video. This is on fantasy anime at large. The one isekai I will not mention is obviously the greatest isekai, Narnia. Now, I'm not going to say that Western fantasy is better. Japan has a rich history of folklore and fantasy elements it can draw upon. Oni, Kappa, Tanuki, Ryu, Bakezori. Bakezori, what is that?
Bakezori. The Bakezori is described as a wandering sandal with 2 arms and 2 legs, but only 1 eye. Most possibly he's mocking his more noble cousin, the famous Geta.
Well, Japan has all that and more to draw upon for their fantasy anime. They might sprinkle a seasoning of onion for flavor, but the meat of their systems is a steak of skill unlocks and level up systems. And it's a steak well done, which means it isn't well done. It's nasty. It's video games. Fantasy anime is video games. Now, I like video games.
I'm something of a
video gamer myself. You put on some putt-putt or Freddy Fish, I'm in. Baseball? Backyard? Heck yeah. As long as I got Juan Pablo on my team, we ballin'. But really, I love video games. I just would rather have the video games in the Xbox and not the 360 anime that came out last season. I love books. I like reading pages and pages of description. But I don't need book mechanics in my anime, just mechanics. Somebody fix this, because it's broken and needs repairs. We gotta take our anime dogs to the vet and fix them. It's for their own good. We need someone to come up with a good system to not now, you out, later, you're later. Too many game systems in my anime. They're everywhere. Time I was reincarnated as a slime. Sword Art Online. Rising of Shield Hero. Solo leveling? Don't at me. It is, but it isn't, but it is. Because the magic system we're introduced to in that comic is the system. It's literally presented to us and conceptualized as a magic system. I mean, he's got an inventory where he can store items, and he's got a party player sharing experience point system that is dropped before it began and it's never really explained, but it has it, and I think you get the point. It was fun at first, but now we need to take a break. So much of the fantasy genre is inspired by Granddaddy J.R.R. Tolkien. And let me tell you, dwarves, orcs, elves, all that good stuff, I mean, but that visual setting stuff is not really what I want to focus on today. What I want to focus on, you probably guessed it by now, is
magic systems.
So instead of Tolkien, we're going to be talking about Brandon Sanderson. If you don't know Brandon Sanderson, a quick introduction is he's a very popular, very influential, and very good fantasy writer. And he's a Birdman. Not that Birdman, but he's got a bird, man. The guy is a writing machine to rival machines. He's got ChatGPT, PP, his motherboard, and pants. Got them robots in the corner sweating bullets. During the pandemic, he wrote a ton of books. And I mean like a lot of books. He just writes a lot. He also explained how he sees there being 3 laws for using magic systems in stories. 3 laws. Don't break them. Welcome to Magic Jail. You are here because you have violated one of the 3 rules in some way or another.
What are you talking about?
Silence! The 3 laws have been well known and documented due to the magic system's magistrate, Sovereign Emperor Sanderson. So you know he's outlawed all pathetic usage of video game logic in his systems. Big deal. You know. Uncreativity is unequivocally unlegal. 1. An author's ability to solve conflict with magic is directly proportional to how well the reader understands said magic. 2. Limitations are greater than powers. And 3. Expand what you already have before you add something new. Along with these 3 laws, he also popularized strong magic systems and soft magic systems. And if he didn't popularize them, well, that's who I heard it from first, so that's why they're popular. Soft is like Lord of the Rings, Frieren, Princess Mononoke. Magic exists, and it can do crazy stuff, but it's not necessarily like super tied down to what exactly it can do. It's magic. Gandalf could step in some gum. And as long as Tolkien used some long Germanic vocabulary, he can make us believe that Gandalf could make that gum fly. You fools! That's not hard magic, it's soft! A hard magic system is putting in place rules that everyone has to follow, and it allows for creative uses of that magic to escape from situations, and allows for rising stakes so that the characters can't just go, oh, magic. Like hand signs in Naruto, pulling from a limited pool of chakra in order to do feats, and when they run out of chakra or they don't do the hand signs, they can't do it. So it's not exactly like Naruto, but you know, it's like Nen and having all these different aspects where you can only do certain things if you're like proficient in those certain aspects, unless you're a specialization, and then you can do anything you want. So it's not exactly like Nen, but you know, it's kinda. But then specialization is also accounted for on that spectrum, so it is, I guess. So hard magic systems kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, where like there's equivalent exchange and you have to have something for something else, and but they can also kind of do whatever they want, so it's not exactly like Full Metal Alchemist. I'm a little confused. Hard magic systems allow for characters to improve themselves within the system and better themselves according to the rules of that system. Like OG Best Boy Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not you. Not you. Maybe you, but maybe not. But definitely you. Earth, fire, water, air. Only the Avatar can master all 4. Boom, easy. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. There's specialization, sure, but they all follow the manipulation of a specific element. They all fit. I guess what I'm trying to say is that most anime with magic systems tend to follow the here's a world with superpowers, instead of here's a world with a magic system and a bunch of people using it. And those are still better than the video game systems. Everybody's powers are usually different, unrelated, and it's fun to read, but there's another joy in having like a very rooted, this is what's allowed and this was what, this was not, this is what, it's fine, but you know, let's take Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn as an example. In that series, characters can ingest metal into their bodies and burn it like fuel. Different metals give different results, and like in Avatar, everyone can only do one type except for the Mistborn. They can do them all. But if they run out of metal, they're toast. If they want to do something outside of their abilities, they're toast. If you're watching this during breakfast, get toast. And really this video is me asking, like, can we please get a Mistborn anime? Please? So what did we learn today? Well, very, very, very few anime have good, hard magic systems. And I love getting hard magic systems in my anime. Obviously not all fantasy anime or video games, but there's a lot of them, okay? But if we are going to keep putting video game mechanics in anime, can we at least get some baseball? Also, while we're here, do you read comics or manga? I made a comic book. Buy my book. It's good. Yeah, do whatever you want.